It is another momentous day here for Austria Wien, for the Wunderteam, as Europa League group stages are on the line. Hey everybody, FM Scribe here. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for a little break. It'll occasionally happen. It'll happen again in a few weeks just because work, travel, and stuff kind of gets in the way. And I'm doing this for a little bit of fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it and joining me on this little FM24 journey. So, as I mentioned in the last episode, after our, let's call it mediocre start to the season, there are definitely some gaps that needed to be filled on the transfer market. That's been done, more or less. And sure enough, there's been a tactical tweak. So, now let's take a look at transfers first. We've got 2 new people in, and a third one is still possibly coming. But a big deal right here as Tin Plavotic went off to Celta Vigo in Spain for 4.5 million euros. He simply wanted to go, and I don't stand in the way of people who want to go. So, off to Spain with Tin Plavotic. And there were also reports at the end that, he just didn't enjoy big matches, and that's always a huge red flag for me. So with that extra money, even though financially the club's doing okay, we weren't really able to bring in a ton, but we did bring in 2 new players, both on loan. One from Valencia is Pablo Gonçalves. He is a very versatile 23-year-old technical player, mainly in the middle of the pitch, central midfield and attacking midfield, but he could play on the wings if need be. Kind of bringing him in as another shadow striking option because he's actually got finishing, which is really nice, and 16 in composures, 15 in decisions, 15 in vision, good pace, natural fitness. His stamina is not good, but, you can't win them all. But overall, a very good addition so far. He's played 1 match for us in the Bundesliga and scored in that first match. Then the next one, coming in from Strasbourg in France on loan, is Ismail Doucouré, central defender, 21 years old, and he will be a regular starter. He could play on the right wing back type position as well as defensive midfield, but brought him in as a central defender, and he is very solid all around. A lot of good attributes here, and pretty happy about that. He has not played yet, but he hopefully will here soon. So, of course, last episode was not an awesome start to the season, drawing to Slavia Prague, lost to Slavia Prague, and then the 1-0 victory against Austria Lustenau. After that, we had a 1-0 loss to Blau-Weiß Linz, in which we did not play. We played okay, but we just couldn't score. And then I did a tactical change to a different tactic that I'll show in a minute, even though you can kind of see it here. And we romped over St. Gallen in the Europa League. That was the 3rd qualifying round, 5-2. Then a convincing 2-0 victory against Altach. We lost 2-4 against St. Gallen in the Europa League, but it was enough on aggregate. 7-6. It was one of those matches where I couldn't quite believe what I was watching. It's like the game didn't want us to win. And then, goals here. Sorry, I need to go through those. St. Gallen, we had goals in 2 from Fitz. Singh got a goal. Vasily got his first goal. And Nisic got a goal. Altach, goals from Fischer and Fitz. St. Gallen, our 2 goals were from Singh and Fischer. And then a 2-2 draw against Wolfsberger AC at home. Gonçalves and Fischer getting the goals there, and Boakier getting 2 goals for Wolfsberger AC. So we've played 4 matches with the new tactic, 1-2, lost 1, and a draw. Defensively, we're not as solid as we were with our previous tactic, so I'm not saying we're going to stay with this. I have some plans for an alternate tactic, but I do kind of want to show this one to you today, and today is going to be another big one as we have the playoff against Ghent in Belgium, first at home, and then away. In between, we will have Austria Klagenfurt away from home. These are the 2 playoff matches to get into the Europa League proper into the group stage. So hopefully we can pull it off against Gent. Now it's time to take a look at the tactic as we head into this big match against Gent. So as you can see, we've got a 4-4-2. We're going balanced. We've got shorter passing, whip crosses. We're working ball in the box and being more expressive. We're sitting fairly narrow. Our distribution to the fullbacks, counter press, playing with a high defensive line, higher press, and more often trigger press. We've got our sweeper keeper here with Kasten. We're playing with two fullbacks in Guenush and Ranftl. We're going to stick with that right now. We were having problems. So with a back three, with him kind of in this wingback position, we didn't see this. But when he was playing wingback in basically a fullback slot, we kept opening up space behind without coverage. And I think that's just that back three gives the coverage behind there that we didn't have before. Handel and Ducouré are central defenders. We've got Singh as a wide playmaker on the left. We've got him tackling harder. Ball-winning midfielder on defend is Braunöder. Box-to-box midfielder is Nisic, also tackling harder. And an attacking winger on the right in Fischer, who's also tackling harder. Then our two harder tackling shadow strikers are Vasily and Fitz for this one. I am going to make one change here, and we're going to shift our fullback to an inverted wingback. I wanted an inverted fullback. So him to kind of tuck in here for the three-man buildup. Since we have a winger here, I feel like we can kind of do that just to give it a little bit more solidity here. We've got what we have on the bench. We don't have a lot of depth. Zahin Ratlinger on the bench, Baltaxa Martins, Potzmann, Wustinger, Naka, Lukas Galvao, Elshevi, Schmidt, and Kos on the bench. Gonzalez is not playing in this one because we added two new players, and you can only register one new player for the next phase in the Europa League, and I opted to activate Ducouré to strengthen our central defense, which was really having problems against St. Gallen and then Wolfsberger AC, and decided to opt for Gonzalez not being part of that yet. Now, obviously, if we get through Gent, he'll be registered for the group stage. That, of course, a huge kerfuffle. You can't say one of your options when you're talking to the press isn't like, hey, I didn't really have another choice. Nope, that's not an option. It had to be some kind of controversy. So anyway, that's what we're going with today against Gent. All right, home field advantage. Let's go out there, get a result. Hakim Guenush is focused. Lukas Galvao is motivated. Now, I'm still looking at a back three and trying to get some inspiration from the way Xabi Alonso is running by Leverkusen. So I'm tinkering with that, but it's not ready for prime time. So we're going to go with our high-risk 4-4-2 and kind of see how it plays out today. So, Europa League, hopefully, the way this is being shown is kind of funny. Hopefully we can get past Gent. We can get a good result here in the home leg. Of course, the away goal rule doesn't exist anymore, as far as I remember. But to get to the Europa League group stage proper would be huge, just because of the revenue that they can bring in. Obviously, we have fixture congestion that we're going to have to deal with. However, I'm not too worried about that. For me, the revenue that can come in through the Europa League supersedes any of that. Plus, let's call it reputational growth. Let's encourage the entire team. If we do really well, to maybe help our recruitment a little bit. Handel now, free kick. Singh. Handel. Singh again. Looked for Fitz. Nothing there. Watanabe for Gent. There's that press, trying to get in on them. Oh, poor pass. Nisic, Singh. Singh again. Nice through ball to Dominic Fitz. He gets bumped a little bit, but that, I think, put him off enough that he didn't score there. Good save from the Gent keeper. Singh now with the in-swinging corner. Looks for Handel. Cleared out. Vasily looked for Nisic, and that was a bad pass intercepted by Fadiga, who plays it back. Throw in Ranftl. Fischer. Nisic gets past a man, takes a shot, and yeah, that's not troubling. Nadi in goal. Nadi actually on a, previous life on Football Manager was a great young keeper for me. Ranftel, Fischer, Nisic. Back to Manfred Fischer. Can he square it? He kind of does. Dealt with poorly. Braunöder with a shot. Oh, Matthias Braunöder. First goal of the season. He loves hitting those from long range. Our defensive ball-winning midfielder, youngster Austrian with a nice, powerful strike there. We see Fischer. That wasn't cleared well. Right to Braunöder, who picked it up, took a shot, and a beautiful shot from outside the area from Matthias Braunöder. Throw in now to Turanariga. Back to Watanabe. Kandus looks for Fadiga. In. Gerkens, shot, and Kasten with a save. I am keeping an eye on Lino Kasten. He hasn't really convinced me so far this early in the season. Not quite. Even though attribute-wise he's better than Christian Früchtel. Früchtel was more convincing than Kasten has been so far. But it's still early days. We'll kind of see how he develops. Throw in Fadiga. Orban. Back to Desart. Kandus. Orban. Watanabe. Looks for Gandelmann. Out wide to Turanariga. Kaipas. And that shot blocked. It's a Gent corner. And see, hopefully we can keep them out here. A clean sheet victory would be nice in this home leg, and we'll kind of keep an eye on development. Like I said, I've got a tactic that I'm toying with, I've penciled out, that ideally is a style that I would like to play. 4-4-2 isn't really my thing, but if it gets the job done, and the main thing is it got us scoring goals. We were not scoring goals anymore with our previous tactics, so this is getting us into the goals at least. But defensively, we are showing some frailties here. Guenush. Oh, Fitz ran past his man into space. Dominic Fitz. 2-0 lead for Austria Wien. That was nicely done there from Guenush. Seeing Fitz making that deep run as that shadow striker. You can see him here. Guenush, he gets pushed back, and then he plays it into space behind the defensive line, and Fitz just ran into it. Nobody marked him. Nice finish for Dominic Fitz, and pass from Hakim Guenush. Corner now, Gent. Hong Hyun Seok. And Gandelmann, good save. Oh, can't believe he missed that. Kasten with a big save. That was a huge chance there for Gent. Singh now goes direct, and that gets deflected. And out for a corner for Austria Wien. Corner here near. Dominic Fitz in swinger again. Looks for Handel. Nothing doing there. I want them to hit the near post, but they're targeting the back post more often than not. So it's halftime. 2-0 lead so far. Very happy here. They had that one huge opportunity, of course. That made a big difference in the XG. They kind of bumped it up a little bit more there near the end. You can see they came up. So we're going to kind of have to keep an eye on that. We look at our heat map right now. They're sitting deep. We're okay. They start focusing centrally. That's where we have a little bit of a liability. But overall, I think we're doing all right. Tell Handel just to chill a little bit. But if need be, I'll bring in Baltaxa for Handel. And then we've got that left side kind of taken care of there. But a 2-0 lead here at the halftime. Great start in this vital playoff match for the Europa League. Desart, Fadiga, back to Kandus, Watanabe, Hyun Seok, Kaipas, out wide to Turanariga. Oh, Fischer, nice tackle, but only back to Hyun Seok. He takes a shot, and Kasten kind of saves it. Kind of, sort of, ish. Corner now, Desart for Gent. In swinger, near post, and Kasten with a good save there. That was That was much better from the young German keeper. De Sacht again. Near side, in-swinger, Kandus, and Kasten another save. So we want to target the near post. They are targeting the near post. There's a little bit of a difference there. De Sacht again, looks near post again, and this time goes over the top. So 3 times unlucky for Gent there. That did drive up their XG, though, significantly. 62nd minute. I'm going to make a double sub here in a little bit. But first, we're going to see this play out. Gerkens shoots and Kasten with a save. All right, so what I'm going to do here, Handel is going to come off. And Baltaksa is coming in for him. Vasily is not having a great match, so Alexander Schmidt is coming in for him. And ideally, Schmidt finally scores a flipping goal. Torana Riga takes that one easily off Fischer. Ball forward again. We are still very thin with our squad, which is something I'm not happy there. Orban got through, and Kasten another big save. He's having a very good match so far. De Sacht in Kaipas. Kasten comfortably grabs that one. Okay, we're moving into the 70-something minute here. We're going to make a double sub. Ramftel is not playing great. So Martens would come in for him. Nisic, he's had better matches, so Silas Nyaka will come in for him in that box-to-box role. Torana again, taking it off of Fischer. Kandus, Torana Riga, Orban through to Siok, and Kasten with an easy save there. He's having a great match so far, and Gent have completely dominated the second half so far. Not making me happy at all. We're going to have to make another sub here. Who do we have that we could sub? Not too many, to be honest. I mean, Singh and Fischer are tired, but I don't have anybody that can really play in that position. Well, actually, I could. I can bring in Martins for Fischer and Potsman. Yeah, so Martins moves up into that winger role. And we're actually going to put that on support. And Potsman will sit right here as that inverted fullback to give us a little bit more strength. We're going to drop our line. Start defensive line. Go into a mid block. And sure, let's pass into space. We'll get off of that. Play for set pieces and start wasting time. Here is our last tactical adjustment. Baltaksa's header. Back to Tisudali for Gent. Fischer, nice interception. Fitz. That's nothing there. Gerkens, long-range shot. Hits the frame of the goal. Yeah, Gent have definitely taken over the match here in the second half. I don't think we've had a shot so far. Fischer now, counterattack. Can he do something? Manfred Fischer, no, he cannot. Watanabe. Siok. Oh, Nyaka, nice interception. Good positioning there from Silas. Plays it through. Manfred Fischer crosses it. Oh, for a second I thought Dominic Fitz was going to bury that one. Now we're going to have the sub. So Potsman is in. Singh now with the corner. We get a near post run. That would be kind of nice. Nope, far post again. I'm going to have to review our set pieces, because all I'm ever seeing are far post corners. Okay, last 20-ish seconds of the match. And it looks like we're going to come away with a 2-0 victory here at home, despite Gent being the better side in the second half. But that first half making all the difference for the Wunderteam here. And I'm going to kind of have to take a closer look at our setup in that second match. Because, again, it was uncomfortably close against St. Gallen, and I don't want to blow a 2-0 lead here. Good win. A win and a good performance. Well done. And we are back. It's time to take on Austria Klagenfurt. And the final transfer, another loan signing coming in Tom Bischoff, a 19-year-old German, can play anywhere along the spine, very playmakery. He can also play on the wings. He's just another addition for depth that we are sorely lacking. So today's match, we have Kasten in goal. Our back four are Gwenush, Handel, Ducouré, and Martins. Just going to give Ramftel a bit of a break. Our midfield are Singh and Fischer on the wings, Braunuda and Nisic in the middle, with Vasilie and Gonçalves. At top, Fitz is getting a bit of a break, who's on the bench with Bischoff, Naka, Ramftel, Baltaxa, Lukas Galvao, and Sahin Radlinger. All right, carry on from the last match, and you should do well. We've got inspired and motivated players. Hopefully that'll do it today, and we can get 3 points in the league, because we can't let that slip away either. So having a 4-4-2 is not, again, something I tend to lean towards with a shadow striker or a strikerless type formation, but it's done okay. I think we need to do much, much better. And that's why that tactic I'm thinking about is still there. And who knows, depending on how these matches go, you may see it live. Live. You know what I mean. You may see it here on camera. Ducouré gets rid of that. Vasiliev, counterattack. Okay, they're at purple because they're an Austria team. Austria Klagenfurt. Vasiliev's got runners in the middle. Can he find anybody? No, but there is a free kick from Schumacher, who's being called over. And let's see, he ticks him off and gets a booking. Bit of a, okay. Free kick now. Singh with the in-swinger, cleared. That really led to nothing. Vasilie again, nothing there. Flecker now for Klagenfurt. And Gwenush with a nice defensive effort there. Braunuda, Nisic looked for Vasilie, nothing there. Geierhofer. Karic. Need to make that central area tighter, and it's not happening. Oh, Benatelli had a good opportunity there for Austria Klagenfurt, but thankfully he missed. Free kick now. Zvetko. Fischer heads it out only as far as Geierhofer. Flecker's shot, wild and wide. Menzel. Long goal kick there. Vasilie. Can we hold it a little bit? Fischer. Back to Ducouré. Still Ducouré. Back to Lino Kasten. Handel now. Vasilie. Into space. Gonçalves was there. Gonçalves. Goal! Pablo Gonçalves. Our loan signing from Valencia gives us a, well, I'm not going to say undeserved, but against the standard run of play lead here. Vasilie with a perfect through ball. And Gonçalves with the goal. If the lisping is annoying, let me know down in the comments. So it's halftime, 1-0 lead. Yeah, it's not a great match. I think we can do better in the second half. I want to tell Nisic to chill. Now, I think thinking of doing kind of a tactical change, kind of around something kind of like this, but we're going to use a back three instead. And looking at, or here, we're going to do this guy as an advanced playmaker on support. Here, an attacking midfielder on attack. Then we've got a wing back on support. Let's get rid of stay wider. Another wing back on support there. Libero on defend. Central defenders on defend. Segundo volante there on attack. And we are going to take off Fischer, who took a knock. So I think what I'm going to do is right now we're going to bring in Naka as the libero. And then the rest are kind of going to stay how they are right now. We are going to play more positively, shorter, be more expressive. Let's work ball into the box, get rid of that. We're going to do low crosses. Technically play out of the back, play out of defense, but we're going to go slightly higher in our tempo, but I don't quite trust that yet. Counter attack. Higher press, yes. And again, I'm looking at Bayer Leverkusen for this. So what we're going to do here is advanced playmaker. We're not going to have him roam. But we are going to have all these guys mark tight. And we're going to max our press wherever we can. And here we're going to mark tight. This guy is going to move into channels and roam from position. It's kind of our Wirtz position. Here, yeah, let's bump up our trigger press for our wing backs. We're going to leave them as they are. Ball-winning midfielder, we're going to mark tighter here. And we're going to mark tighter here and bump up that press. These guys are going to stay as is. So it's a little bit of a risk. We'll kind of see how it plays off. I could also move these guys up here and play defensive wingers, which is something I am very tempted to do. Play with defensive wingers on either side versus wing backs. We'll kind of take a look at that. Let's do a little tactical tinkering here on camera. But we're going to go with this and see how it plays. Again, kind of using the Xabi Alonso system as a little bit of inspiration. Actually, I think what we're going to try here, I've never, ever used a wide center back on defend. And here, I think we'll do wide center backs. I've never done them before, so we'll see what happens. This is a little insane to do it now, but I want to see how this goes, and I figured we'd all take a closer look at this and see how the second half goes with a changed tactical outlook, as it were, here for Austria Wien, and I'm not opposed to moving those wing backs into defensive winger positions. Vasilia, of course, took an injury here, so yeah, we're gonna have to take Vasilia off. Oh yeah, I don't want Singh there. We're gonna put Fitz. Actually, Gonçalves will be here and Fitz there. So we'll make those changes. Menzel. Mara, I was completely thrown by the purple again. Karic. Svetko. Oh, Silas came completely out of his position there. You saw him just vacate that utterly. So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. Technically, when I'm doing a new tactic, I prefer to go comprehensive so I can see patterns more. But for the sake of actually getting through this episode, I've decided to not do that. Fitz now with the corner in Handel. Just over the top. Flecker with the throw-in. Svetko, that is headed out. Geierhofer. Schumacher. Karic. Still Karic. Nicely played back to Couré. Ugh, that was a long ball forward. Not really what we're looking for. Griesebner crosses it in. Binda is there, and Kasten with the save. All right, we're going to make a double sub here. We're going to bring in Naka up into the... That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Undo that. He is going to be the Segundo Volante. That's what I wanted. And we'll bring in Lucas Galvao here as the libero. Actually, we're going to just have him play as a ball-playing defender on defend. And then maybe Handel. Take him off. Baltaxa is a better wide center back. So we'll do that. And then we can make one more substitution in the future. I'm eyeballing taking Singh off and giving him a rest. All right. So we'll see how this goes. Throw in Martins. Naka. Martins fits. Back to Martins. Naka. Centrally, there's Braunöder. Gwinush. Oh, that one got ping-ponged around. Big save needed there from the Klagenfurt keeper. Fits again. In-swinger. Cleared. Singh. Fits. He was offside. 80th minute, we're going to make a substitution. Take Singh off, and we're going to bring on Tom Bischoff, the new loan signing from Hoffenheim. Corner fits, short to Lukas Gavau, and that came to naught. Braunöder out to Martins. Braunöder. Ducouré. Through ball, looks for Gonçalves, but nothing doing there. Menzel gathers that one for Klagenfurt. Just hanging on by that 1-0 thread in the 89th minute, soon to be. Headed back, and Lino Kasten will gather that. Out to Baltaxa. Lukas Gavau, Braunöder, in some space. Bischoff. Fitz. Back to Gavau, Braunöder, into some space. Martins is there. Martins, can he square it? He does. Gonçalves, Pablo Gonçalves, with another goal in a good match for the young Spaniard. That was nice build-up play, attacking, fluid movement there from the Wunderteam. This is really the type of football and the type of tactic that I would prefer them to play. And we may switch to that. That was really nice, and we've been really solid here in the second half. Bischoff now with the corner. He's going to play it short to Lukas Gavau. Fitz is there. He heads it, and Menzel easily gathers that one. And he will drive it long. Gavau there with the header. Gavau again. Bischoff holding it nicely. Gwinush. Bischoff. Gonçalves. Gwinush. Nice moving. Can he slide it through? He does. Silas Naka. Nothing there. And Tom Bischoff. I think he was offside. Yes. Naka was offside. Bischoff was not offside. So I like what we did here in the second half. It was a better second half than first half, in my opinion. And I kind of like... I'm digging our build-up play. Now, it's going to be risky if we do that against Gent, but I'm willing to take the risk, and I hope you will come with me on that. Yeah, I mean, if we look here statistically in the second half, where are we here? Second half shots, we had 6 versus 3 in the first half. We played much, much better in the second half. Nice work. I'm really happy with that. So Vasilia is out for 2 weeks. Yeah, Gonçalves, fantastic. In front of goal, that's exactly what we wanted. Bischoff made his debut, and now it's off to Gent. And I think I'm going to play that Xabi Alonso-inspired tactic. And we're back. It's time to take on Gent in the second leg of the Europa League playoff match. We are playing with the Xabi Wunda, as I have now dubbed it. We've got Kasten in goal. Our back line are Handel, Lukas Gavau, and Ducouré. The wingbacks, we've got Gwinush and Ranftel, Braunöder, and Naka. And our defensive midfield positions here in the middle, with Singh, Fitz, and Fischer up top on the bench. It's who we have with Shahin Ratlinger, Kos, Baltaxa, Martins, Potzmann, Alshaivi, Wustinger, Nisic, and Schmidt. Of course, Vasilia is out injured with Gonçalves and Bischoff unable to be registered for this match. Now, if we win and we get through to the group stage, they will both be registered. All right, let us carry on from the next match. We got we got a few motivated, inspired players. One nervous, I'm not too worried about. Let's see if we can see this 2-0 first leg victory through this one. So if we win, or if we at least don't lose by more than 2 goals difference, making the Europa League group stage would be fantastic. It is a big step in the development for the Wunderteam, especially already in Season 2. Now, that being said, I wouldn't be shocked if we lose here to Ghent today. I am taking the risk of a tactical system change. I liked what the second half produced against Klagenfurt. I did not like the second half that we saw against Ghent. So, going back to a back 3 when I'm not overly concerned with scoring goals today, I'm okay with that. I want that solidity at the back that I felt we always kind of had before with our back 3. We just weren't great going forward. And now against Klagenfurt, we were better going forward with this back 3. So I'm cautiously optimistic now. Of course, they have to learn to play the system first, and that's going to take a little bit here. Kasten now boots that one forward, looks for Singh, gets it to Singh. Handel, Gwenush, Braunöder, Gwenush again. Gwenush, Handel, Braunöder. Ugh, that was bad passing from Matthias Braunöder. Kaipas is through, and Hugo Kaipas scores. And he looked a smidge offside, but I guess he wasn't. Handel, Braunöder. Braunöder, that was just a bad pass. Orban switches and switches on, and Kaipas gets in between Doucouré and Lukas Gavau. Gavau did not look good in that position, and I'm immediately regretting every decision I made. Orban now. Handel, nice win back there. Fischer. Ranftl. Naka. Lukas Gavau. Doucouré. Naka. Gavau. Braunöder in some space now. Singh through Gwenush. God, he thrives at that wingback position on attacking sense. There's a foul. Now that's at least a booking. They're checking for penalty. It's on the edge. No penalty. Yeah, I didn't think it would be. But Matisse Samoise got a booking there. No free kick, or at least no highlight. Kaipas. Siok. Fischer, nice win there. Doucouré. Ranftl. Fischer. Fitz. Nice passing. Through to Gwenush again. Gwenush now. Still Hakim Gwenush. Okay, he has to play it back to Handel. It's got Braunöder. Gwenush. Braunöder. Nyaka. Central runners. There's Dominic Fitz. He's through. He shoots. But that is wild and wide. Doucouré. Nyaka. Out to Ranftl in some space. Our wingbacks are finding space, which is nice. I did now put back on there that I want our wingbacks to stay wide in build-up. Give us some width. Naka through to Fischer. Singh! Saprit Singh. 1-1, 3-1 aggregate lead here for Austria Wien. That was a big, much needed goal here. You can see Naka pushing through to win that one. Plays it to Fischer. Gets tackled, and Singh is there to bury that one past Nardi in the Ghent goal. 1-1. Gwenush crosses it in. Nardi gathers it. And now build up for Ghent. What will he do? You can see the man marking there right across the board. It really limited his options in build-up, and that's exactly what I want to see happen. Kaipas through to Orban, who gets past Handel, and Kasten is there. But when you saw him try to play out the way we man-marked the other center backs, our central defenders, that's exactly what I want to see. Now, whether it gets translated properly or not, that's a different call altogether. Now, of course, this is a bit of a risk-taking tactic. Kaipas gets a header through because it's Football Manager, and headers just always get through. So halftime, it is 1-1. Ghent, the better side. without a doubt. I think we're doing okay, but we could do better. Tactically, we're going to move that to balanced. And we're gonna chill the tempo down a little bit. I think that's okay. And then we have run at defense. I'm okay with all of these. Actually, what I'm going to do is we're going to drop to a standard line of defense. I think that's okay. Just because they were getting a little bit in behind us. We can see the Sat getting substituted, and that was starting to make me a little bit nervous. Ducouré, Kasten, Handel. Should never commentate on a kickoff highlight, but you never know. Oh, pass through, Manfred Fischer. Manfred Fischer. Oh, see, that's why you have to do commentary when it's a kickoff highlight, because you never know. Corner kick now, Saprit Singh. Can we get near post? We do, and Handel. It's not Tin Plapotic. Nardi plays it to Gerkens. Gerkens through. Oh, that was easy play through there. Orban, wow, they just easily played through our press and marking there. Wow, that was painfully easy. Okay, throw in Ranftl. A lot of subs there for Gent. Naka gets past his man. He's got some space. He's going to take a shot. Goes over Nachti's goal. All right, 63rd minute. I was just going to make subs, but not that I have many that I can substitute in. Oof. That was close. A little bit of a turn there on Ducouré. So I think we're going to... All right, we got to see who we can substitute here. Who can we substitute? So Naka, I'm going to put you in as the ball-winning midfielder, and then we're going to bring in Nisic for Braunöda. That's definitely one. Fitz is tired and ineffective, so Schmidt will come in for him. And then Ducouré is not having a great match, so I'm going to bring in Martins, who can play that wide center back role. And Singh kind of just has to push on and stay on there for right now. So, yeah, triple sub early, but we can still pause the game twice more for more subs. Throw in Samoas. Siok, Nisic, nice win there. Schmidt, got counter attack happening here with Fischer, who just loses the ball. I mean, if we over time upgrade these positions, we'll kind of get where we need to be. And there is Anderson Yangbo. Gets a 2-1 for Gent. Now they're within one. Tissoudali kind of gets easily past this man, and Siok, and just no marking. Nangbo was basically left unmarked there. So we're going to take off Guenouche, bring in Baltaxa into that wing-back position because he's a little more defensively solid. Now, 81st minute. Is there anybody else I want to make a substitution with or for? I mean, Ranftl is not having a good match. He's at a 6.4. So I think we'll bring in Potsman for him as our final substitution here in regular time. Nisic. Still Nisic. Nyaka. That's just such a cheap loss of possession. That kind of stuff really aggravates me because we were in a really good position and just lost the ball cheaply. Good defending there. Potsman clears it. Turana Riga still going here. Dirks, and that's the end of the highlight. Okay, Dirks, free kick. Gandelmann. Kandus. Toruna Riga. Through to Tissoudali, has guys in the middle. Okay, this time it was defended. Samoas crosses it. Martins deals with it. Fischer, get there. Nope. Oh, good. Almost a good tackle. Oh, there's a good tackle. Nisic now. Singh, he's got runners everywhere. Plays it in the space. Potsman. And he square it, plays it back to Martins. Silas Naka can take a shot, and that's over Nachti's goal. Okay, we've got the final 15 seconds here. Baltaxa back to Handel. Lukas Galvao. Nisic out to Potsman, and there you go. A 2-1 loss on the day, but a 3-2 victory on aggregate. Huge victory for us. Very happy. Well done. Phew. So we have won in the Europa League playoff. We get 100K. Awesome. TSV Hartberg with a playoff shock. We get now 3.4 million euros for the group stage. And we've got our fixtures revealed. Let's take a look at this. We're going to play against this Montenegrin side, Budućnost. Then we play away against Hoffenheim, away against FCSB, so Steaua Bucharest, Romania. Then away at Marseille, a lot of away matches. So 3 away, then home against AZ, then home against Strasbourg, away against Olympiacos, and then home against Slavia Prague, who also did not make the Champions League. But those 3.4 million are huge. And you can see here is be competitive. We've already exceeded that. Here's the big old Europa League group that we are in. And yeah, that's quite nice. 3.4 million. Where do we stand here? Finance. We've got 19 million in the bank. So that is a huge, awesome bonus. So we have another big episode here on the Wunderteam with FK Austria Wien. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy these longer episodes at times. It kind of fills the gap between me just not having an opportunity to record. Let me know your thoughts. Can we get out of the group? I don't think we will, but hey, stranger things have happened. Let me know your thoughts on that shabby Wunder tactic. I'm going to play with it in a few matches, kind of see where it goes. There are some positives there for sure. There are some negatives, but now that we can get our new loan signings, all the good technical players to also play, I'm not going to say optimistic, but I'm hopeful. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Until next time, as always, I am the FM Scribe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.